because if you understand these three questions, you can show up more for your audience.
Hey Tristan, welcome back.
This month, let's make it super easy. We started doing what we're doing.
Jeff and I are going to take turns with a total of 4. I mean, Jeff, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dude, we've got about 16, 17 different questions, but we're only going to dig into 4 of them. And Jeff, I'm going to go first. And this is kind of continuing our conversation that we had with our audience here with coaching. But I want to know first, who's my audience? Who is my audience? I want to know first, and I know this will change as you grow. Like, you think you've got an audience and that's who you're targeting. And then on the way to finding that audience, you come to mind, Jeff. You discover a whole new audience and you pivot, right? So to start off with, who is my audience? And we've got 3 questions. What are their needs? Like, what do they actually need based on who they are? What are their habits? What do they watch? What do they listen to? Where do they hang out? What do they eat? And then, what do they love? What is it that they love? Like, what do they really love? Because if you understand these 3 questions, you can show up more for your audience. And Jeff, I love using you as an example because you've got this part down. If we go, and I'm going to ask you one of these, and that's in the who's my audience section. What does your audience love?
Well, which platform? I think I know where you're going with this, right?
TikTok.
Yeah. They love all things lifestyle around the Lake of the Ozarks.
That's it. It's so easy because you've answered it so many times, right? Mm-hmm. But also you pivoted, you paid attention. So I think for me, who's your audience is where I would start with, and it's okay to pay attention and pivot and adapt. This is why, and Jeff, you were paying attention over a longer period of time to those metrics. Like what's my audience actually saying based on what they're watching, time, what they're engaging with, comments, right? And what they're sharing. So I think those are important to watch when you're discovering your audience. All right, which one do you want to go to next?
What am I good at? Because I think a lot of us overlook that. Like, we really want to focus on, and sadly, I know that people that are listening to this already know this, and I think probably embrace it. The people that need to hear this aren't listening to this because I'm just going to call them idiots because they're not listening anyway. But there you get so focused on selling something that you fail to realize that you don't even realize or understand how social media works. And what did I just say? What is it? Social media, right? It's not business media. And so I hate it when people do this. I hate it when they inundate their audiences and they go all in when the reality is the biggest crutch and handicap or hurdle that people have when it comes to creating content is just confidence in being in front of the camera, confidence in talking about stuff. But when you use what I'm good at or what you are passionate about as those foundational pillars, it becomes so much easier. And so, and I've got a loan officer. Her name is Amanda Mosley, and she is the epitome, the perfect example of someone who's very anti-technology and anti-social media and just not going to use it. And I'm going to do it my old-fashioned ways. And she's the one that I've always used as an example as the tomato grower, and she is. And I finally, after 2 years of, trying to coax her into doing this, she finally started doing it. Tristan, I get a couple messages from her a month where she's sharing with me her wins. Now she's got a billboard in her community where she's holding a big ass tomato. And it's just an extension now of her social presence. And people are reaching out to her and commenting, and she's getting so much engagement on social. And she's like, I'm not talking about mortgages at all. And she's like, but now I'm reaching so many more people. And I'm like, this is such an example because she's not confident in front of the camera, but you know what she is confident about? How to grow a damn tomato. And she understands that process. And so all she does is talk about it once a week, folks. She doesn't, not daily, not once a week. And it's paying dividends for her.
Wait, what's her name? And where
Amanda Mosley is her name.
Instagram or where?
Facebook would be the best place. She's old school. She's an old school. Let me tell you exactly.
Mosley.
Yep. Mosley is Mosley.
Mosley. I'm going to look her up.
Yep.
14 mutual friends. I'm assuming that's her.
Her most recent post was 4 days ago about baking.
Oh, I see it. Damn, dude. 115 likes?
Yep. 70 comments.
70 comments.
Yep.
And she's only followed by 44 people.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? You go back down to September 10th, winter veggies almost ready to plant, weekend garden tip. She shares some other things around real estate, but you can see, you can quickly identify, and you notice she's getting tagged. People are now posting and tagging stuff around gardening and baking and stuff, which tells me she's top of mind.
Dude, Monday night dinner vibes.
Yeah.
Eat a little fried okra.
Yeah.
9 likes, 42 comments.
Yeah, look at that, man. All she did, she shared a picture of her food. I mean, that's it. Yeah.
Jeff, we need to start a garden.
I'm just proud of her, man. It's really cool to see this. It's she's just doing what we did. This. What am I good at? What am I good at? That's it, and it's working for her.
I love that. All right, dude. I think that is a very, very important one because that makes it a lot easier for us to show up.
If you just followed her, I'm gonna get a comment today. Tristan just followed me.
No, I'm gonna follow her. Okay, so do you think what am I good at is similar to what do I love, or are they different enough to actually ask that question?